Hey guys, welcome to the second episode of Let's Think About It. Today, we will discuss if height is truly genetic or it is based on environmental factors. So let's think about it. So, Neil, do you think height is truly genetic?
Yes, I really think so.
Well, I disagree.
Looks like we have a debate on hand, and who doesn't like one?
My first point will be nutrition and diet. However tall genes you might have, if you don't have the correct nutrition and diet, you might fall short in the race of getting tall.
Well, it might not just be nutrition and diet, because height is a polygenic trait, meaning it is influenced by multiple genes. So sometimes it can be variable, even though one gene is dominant and the other isn't. So there is a wide range of heights in populations, and nutrition and diet won't be the only reason for it, I believe.
Well, yes, I truly believe that genetic factors matter a lot when discussing height, but they are not the whole story. Even when there were studies, the scientists found that 60 to 80% of variation in human height, even 70 to 86% during adolescence for twins, in a Finnish research by PubMed.
Well, if you have brought up the topic of twin studies, which are the best tool to study any type of genetics, not just height, there is one study which has shown that identical twins have similar height, who of course also have similar genetics, almost same. But there are also variations explaining the slight difference in height. For example, there is the study where the data was taken from the Demographic and Health Surveys, the DHS, and the sample size was about 15,000 pairs. And an average of 97% correlation was seen between all the twin pairs.
Well, but then the other factors such as birth size and early growth also matters. The birth weight and length are positively associated with later height. This was told by the research study made by Science Direct, a well-known study in the field.
Well, I do agree to that point, but don't you think that birth weight and height would be affected by genes or the habits of the parents?
Well, as you said, habits of the parents, they are not directly associated by genes. There is also a research study on it where it is clearly seen that if the mothers didn't take care of their fetus, the fetus had small height at birth. The health and medical care during childhood can also impair growth. So, I don't think the gene really matters right now here.
Well, I think you are wrong. Uh, as you mentioned that you were talking that habits influence them, but there are habits like smoking that parents may have, which ultimately cause a change in the genes, which result in low birth weight or something else.
While genes determines potential height, environmental factors can influence genes expressions through epigenetic mechanisms. Stress, malnutrition, or exposure to toxins can alter gene expressions without changing the DNA sequence. So, the might grow short in his later stages.
Well, you're quite adamant, so I'll bring up the topic of height disorders, which are almost every time genetic, and environmental factors can't do anything to change these, such as Marfan syndrome, Turner syndrome, or skeletal dysplasias.
But then, how will you talk about socio-economic factors? We have seen that the people in US grow taller than people in low economic condition countries like Nigeria or other African countries. So, children from wealthier family often grow taller due to better access to healthcare, nutrition, and living conditions. Even with genetically similar population, height discrepancies exist based on socioeconomic status.
I think you might be correct on that, but I do not agree to the fact that you said people in America would be taller than people in Nigeria or Africa, because there are several examples where people in Africa may be taller.
Well, yes, sometimes. people grow taller in Africa because they have a better use of height. You might see people who swim or do cycling have a better height than people who don't. This is because swimming and cycling makes use of their bones and muscle, which put a stress on them, causing their height to increase. So here I might think that we are up to a conclusion that 60 to 80% of difference in height between individuals is determined by genetic factors, whereas 20 to 40% can be attributed to environmental factors, mainly nutrition. This answer is based on estimates of heritability of human height. So let's conclude the topic here.
Yes, I do agree because even in my research, I found that scientists estimate about 74 to 80%, which is close to your approximation. So at the end, we do agree.
So now I would like to cite some of the sites where we gathered our information from. First is www.scientificamerica.com. Second is medlineplus.gov. Third is PubMed. Fourth is PMC. Sixth is Science Direct. And seventh is Biomed Central.
Our debate was reaching new heights before Hriday abruptly cut it short.
Well, meet you in the next podcast. Thank you for listening. Bye bye.